Welcome back to Great Day Washington. Time now for the Morning Mix.
Netflix Emmy-winning series The Crown returns November 9th, and this season's production was actually met with a very difficult challenge this time around: the real-life death of Queen Elizabeth.
Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier joins us now with the story from Hawaii. Good morning, Kevin.
Aloha, I am coming to you from the Sheraton Waikiki in Oahu, just a little different from rainy England where The Crown takes place. Now, I spoke to this season's Queen and Prince, Imelda Staunton and Jonathan Pryce, about how they carried on after the death of Queen Elizabeth. You paused for the Queen's death. How did that affect the production when she passed away?
Well, everyone was extremely sad, and I think everyone, well, I know I was sort of inconsolable that evening. I was off for 10 days and I was very grateful for that time off to sort of just settle back down. And then we filmed the day after the funeral. And I felt it was difficult for the other people looking at me. They were all looking at this, an actor playing the person who had been buried yesterday. And so it was odd, and I think there was a great sense of sadness.
I won't go quietly. I'll battle till the end.
Elizabeth Debicki portrays Princess Diana. Dominic West is Prince Charles. Their crumbling marriage and his affair with Camilla is the main storyline of season 5. How was the transformations?
I felt more challenged because I think that this queen is a more familiar look for many people around the world. And it did feel different. I didn't feel like me. I put everything on and I thought, well, this looks like it might be passable, I think, as the Queen.
And I felt the same when I dressed up as the Queen.
And of course, we'll have so much more in the next Entertainment Tonight. I'm Kevin Frazier.
Oh, that would be hard right after the funeral to go and play her.
The day after.
Everyone watching.
I wonder too, you know, we hear a lot, talked about this with Black Panther too, and Chadwick Boseman was such a huge part, and they had at least the time to grieve after the announcement, but I wonder if playing that and seeing her and telling her story helps heal in the healing process.
Possibly. The timing of this leading up to the coronation
with the falling apart of the marriage and the affair. And I mean, every season they do really great with the casting, and they look so much like them.
I love
They look so much like them this season, especially Diana.
Diana especially.
It's like spitting image. All right, NBA star Kyrie Irving will miss at least the next 5 games for the Brooklyn Nets. The team suspended the guard after Irving promoted a film that was filled with conspiracy theories about Jewish people. In a new statement, Irving said he opposes all forms of hatred and oppression, but he stopped short of formally apologizing for the post. The team called the lack of an apology deeply disturbing. Now, the Nets Kyrie Irving also pledged $500,000 to anti-defamation organization. They have refused to take that money from them. The thing that bothers me, he had ample time to apologize. He had time in front of press once and twice and never once would apologize, just kept trying to make excuses. And then it wasn't until he was suspended that he put a post on Instagram somewhat apologizing.
Somewhat, right.
Like, I know you're 30 years old, but you're an adult. Like, man up, go in front of the people and say either you're ignorant and you don't know what you're talking about, or apologize for what you did.
We were just in France and we went to an exhibit where they were talking about World War II, and I was like, how did this happen? And then you see the Brooklyn Nets response to this, and the NBA is also on board as well, and you think, okay, maybe this will never happen again, right? If our response is so quick and prompt when something like this happens, that's my hope from this, is that, okay, people aren't standing for this right now.
They're not standing for it, and then maybe just up the education. If Kyrie Irving really doesn't understand or really know what this means and what happened, then get the education for the NBA. The commissioner is Jewish, and he came out right away and said something. But it's just like, man up for once.
Before you're suspended.
Before you're suspended.
Okay, we got to turn to Rihanna now. Riri is facing backlash, not for that new song we were just talking about in Wakanda Forever, but for casting actor Johnny Depp in her Savage X Fenty's fashion show. Depp will appear in a pre-taped cameo modeling the brand's men's collection. This is actually the first man in Savage X Fenty history to take the role. This comes after Johnny Depp's long legal battle with ex-wife Amber Heard. Both Depp and Heard claim libel for defamation and abuse in the marriage on both sides. People are taking to Twitter to call for his scenes to be edited out and even to boycott the lingerie brand. Rihanna or her reps have not responded to this controversy just yet.
And we saw a lot of backlash when he appeared at the MTV Movie Awards as well, and he was talking about being blacklisted. And I'm reading this, I'm like, okay, you know, everything that went on, I totally get it. But then I kind of forgot that Rihanna was a victim of domestic abuse when she was dating Chris Brown. Remember that? That was back in 2009.
Yes.
So as I read that, I'm thinking, what was the thought behind this?
Pick him.
Right.
Right. I bring it up Amber Heard. Did you hear about she's not on Twitter anymore? Because she,
saw-
after Johnny Depp, then dated Elon Musk, who
Yeah.
took over Twitter a week ago, and now, for some reason,
Twitter
she's not
account is
there. It says
gone.
this account does not exist. It's no longer there. She's been brought up a lot this week.
She has been brought up a lot.
Yeah.